we will see practically how to implement our exercise 1 first example. Our first exercise is C program to add two number. It is very simple. First we write include studio.h int main written 0. Okay, we need two number num1 and num2. After that we're going to get from in user enter the number 1 and scanf modulo d comma and n num1 space. Now same for number 2 also we get input from the user. Okay, and now I am going to create, here is a I will create, wait a second, here I create some variable and sum equal to num1 plus num2. It is a very simple program, C program to add two numbers. Let's run this program. Let I enter 22 and 1 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I forget to print the some value. Let's print modulo d the sum modulo d comma sum. Okay, now we will again try. Let enter 34 and 2. You can see the output get printed on the screen. Same like that. Again we will try for another number 6 6. You can see 2 will get printed on the screen. Let's go for a second program. Now we go for second exercise. A second exercise are C program to convert days to years, weeks and days. Let's write the program. Hashtag include studio.h int main return 0. Now I'm going to take days and get days from user scanf modulo d and days. Okay, now we want to convert days to years, weeks and days. Now the basic approach is that how many days are there in year? It is 365 days, right? In weeks, in years, in week there are 7 days. In this, using this approach only, we're going to convert years, weeks and days. Let's see for year. For year, in year equal to my days divided by 365 days. Okay, it is our basic formula for years. For same like weeks, int week equal to days modulo 365 into 7. Okay, now we calculate for days. For days is equal to days minus days into, sorry, years into 365 and plus weeks into 7. It is a basic formula for to calculate year, week and days. Let printf year and now printf for week. Now printf days. You can see the basic approach of doing years, weeks and days. Okay, let's run this program. You can see for 365 it is 1 year. So year is 1 and no week is 0 and days is 0 because no extra is there. Let's run this again. I'm going to put 400 days. Now you can see for 400 days year is 1 and week is 5 and day is 0 because for example what is 400 minus 365, that is 35. 35 days is a 1 month plus 5 days. So in 5 weeks there are 35 days. So as it was, let's do for another. Let 1000 days. You can see for now 1000 days there is a 2 years, 28 weeks and day is 4. Let assume for 2 minus 365 days, then the remaining is 685 days. Now the 685 days, 85 days, the in my 365 days, there are remaining of 2470 days. So in 2070 days there are two, wait a minute, in 2017 days there are 28 and 4 week. I hope you understand. Let's do for another program. For now I'm going to put for 10 days. Now you can see in 10 days there is a 1 week and remaining is 3 days. In For example, in 10 days week is 7, so the remaining day is 3. So it was correct. I hope you understand the basic logic of getting years, weeks and dates. Now we will see our next exercise. Our third exercise is C program to convert centimeter to meter and kilometer. Let's see some what is meter and centimeter first of all. Okay, 1 lakh meter. I hope you understand. This is a basic formula. Using this only, we're going to write our program. For 1 meter, there is a 100 centimeter. For 1 kilometer, there is 1 L meter. 1 3,000 lakh. 1 lakh meter. Okay, let's write the program. First of all, I'm going to take meter. Okay, for meter, here in float type, I'm going to take meter, centimeter, kilometer and meter. Okay, I'm getting input from the user. Here I'm using float, so modulo F is I used, modulo cm. Okay, now for kilometer, centimeter divided by 1 lakh. For meter, centimeter divided by 100. Okay, it is the simplest program. You may think by seeing the problem it was difficult to convert kilometer or meter, but if you have basic understanding of what is basic logic, how to implement, then definitely you will do the program correctly. Let's do kilometer modulo km. Here I'm using F. Same like for meter. Here let's run this program. I'm going to enter 12. You can see for 12 I get 0.12 meter and 0.00128 meter, because let's see for 100. We can see for 100 meter is 1 and kilometer is 0.0100. Let's see for 1 lakh. Okay, now you can see for centimeter is 1 lakh and for kilometer is 1 kilometer, meter is 1000. It is, we can make somewhat modify. Here I'm going to type dot 2 dot 2. You will understand why I am doing this. You can see here I forget to put here. Let's put point 2. You can see difference after point 2 means after point only the 2 decimal point will be displayed. Here you can see that many numbers was displayed, right? Instead of, I don't need all 0, so I just need 2 points after the after this point, so that I put 2 point 2, so that after the point 2 decimal value only get printed on the screen. It is a basic concept of C. Okay, I hope you understand this exercise. We will see our fourth exercise. In exercise 4 is C program to find the perimeter of the triangle. It is a simple program. You can see the formula for perimeter. Perimeter 2 star into length plus width. You just want to take into from the user the length and width. After adding length and width, multiply the 2 with it and print the perimeter. It is a simple program. I am going to give this as a homework for you. It is, you have to do. It is a simple homework. Definitely you can able to do. Just you have to take a length and width from the user, and after that both you have to place it and multiply with 2, and you get your perimeter. It is a basic formula for perimeter. Okay, we go for exercise 5. Exercise 5 was, you can see the program. C program to check whether the triangle is equilateral, scalene or isosceles. Here the basic approach is, you can do, if my equilateral triangle mean was triangle have 3 sides, right? If my side 1 equal to side 2 and equal to side 3, if the both the sides are equal, then it is equilateral triangle. If side 1 equal to side 2 or side 2 equal to side 3 or side 1 equal to side 3. If any one of the side is equal, then it is a isosceles triangle. Scalene triangle mean side 1 not equal to side 2 and side 2 not equal to side 3. Any one of the side also not equal mean, then it is scalene triangle. So you have the basic concept what is the equilateral, isosceles and silence. Here you can see, if every every side was equal, then it is equilateral triangle. If one of the side was equal, the isosceles triangle. If none of the sides are equal, then scalene triangle. Let's type this program how to convert this into C code. First of all, I'm going to take side 1, side 2 and side 3 and take the input from the user, enter side 1, scanf, modulo D and side 1. Okay, I'm taking side 1, side 2 and side 3 from the user. Now let's compare. Side 1 equal to side 2 and side 2 equal to side 3 and my side 3 equal to side 1. Okay, if my side 1 equal to side 2 and side 2 equal to side 3 and side 3 equal to side 1, then only it is a equilateral triangle. Okay, else if side 1 equal to side 2 or side 2 equal to side 3 or side 3 equal to side 1, side 1, then it is called as isosceles triangle. Okay, else it is called as scalene triangle. You can see. Let's run this program. Let's side 12 and 12, 12. Then it is equilateral triangle. Then it is 12, 13 and 12. That isosceles triangle. Let it is all the different sides. Then 12, 13 and 14. Then scalene triangle. I hope you understand this program. It is a simple program. Maybe it feels difficult, seems like a large number of codes, but it is not. It is a very simple program. You just have the knowledge of basic and the basic mathematics. If you're not also, you just go through that so that you can understand what are the basic concept we used and what are the logic we used. Okay, let's see our next exercise. Go for exercise 6. C program to find the square root of the number. Let type hashtag include studio.h int main. Now for square root, there are the inbuilt function in C. So we don't need to calculate the square root. Instead, we can use inbuilt function of the square root in C. So it will be useful for here. If you give float, some problem will occur. I will say what is that. Let n comma sqrt square root. Okay. Here, before I'm using square root inbuilt function, here I have to mention studio math.h. After, I'm going to take input from the user. And now, square root equal to sqrt squared under we have to give n. It is an inbuilt function of C. What is that? Inbuilt. It is an inbuilt function of C to calculate the square root. Okay, let's run this program. Sorry, print this program first of all. The square root let's run this program. You can see the square root is 3.464102. We can use here 0.2. You already know what is 0.2, right? Let's calculate. 2 1.41. Okay, because 0.2 only take after 0.2 decimal. So what are the points after 2 decimal that only will consider? Okay, I hope you understand the basic concept of how to use square, the inbuilt function of the math.h. Let's go for exercise 7. Exercise 7 is C program to calculate the simple interest. You can see here the simple interest formula, principal into time into rate divided by 10. It is your homework problem. You have to do by your own so that you can understand. It is a very simple program. You just have to take input, principal, time and rate from the user. After you have to apply this formula and calculate the simple interest and print the simple interest on the screen. It is very simple program. You can do by yourself. Just refer this simple formula. You itself can do it. Let's we go for a eighth exercise. we will see exercise 8. In exercise 8, write a C program to input a amount from the user and print the minimum number of notes required for that amount. Here in India, we use 500, 200, 100 and 10, 50, 20 and 5 to 1 rupees. Right. Here I declared that all the amounts here, and I declare amount here. I'm going to take input from the user the total amount. After, I'm going to compare my amount greater than or equal to 500. If my amount is greater than or equal to 500, then n 500 equal to a amount divided by 500 and amount minus equal to note 500 star 500. This I can write like this also: amount equal to amount minus n 500 multiply by 500. Here I'm using assignment operator, so it can be run fastly and consume low number of codes. You can also use this also. Let's here you can think else if statement want to be used. No, because if we use else if statement means the next amount we cannot be calculated. So here I'm going to use if statement itself. So next I'm going to check my amount greater than or equal to 200. If yes, then I'm going to copy this and control C, paste it, and that's 200. Okay, same like that I'm going to do for the same formula apply for each of the nodes, but only difference is the value want to be changed. For example, for 500 we have to give 500, for 200 we have to give 200, for 100 we have to give 100. Okay, here I'm going to change 100. Let's change it. Same like I will go for 50 rupees. And same way I will go for 20 rupees also. Here as same I go for 10 rupees. Here for select multiple cursor I'm using alt and cursor. For 10 rupees let's go for 5 rupees. Okay, 5. Still 2 rupees and 1 rupees was remaining. Let's do that also. 2 rupees and here 1 rupees. Okay, still now I think we did for all 500, 200, 100, 50, 10, 20, 5 to 1. Let's check it once again. 500, 200, 100, 50. Here I have to give 20, no? 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay. 100, 10, 5, 2, 1. I hope I given for all. Let's print this all the amount. Let's print off note 500 modulo D and note 500. Okay, let do this. Copy this. I'm copying this because if I going to write all the code by keyboard, then it will take a lot of time. So to save the time, I'm copying. But I think you should better type so that you get practice of writing the C program. Okay, let enter 500. Oh, here here I think I have to give space so that something we did mistake. Let's see what is that.